On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, the magic of YouTube playlists. And today's episode is made possible by freevideoeditor.co. Are you looking to become a video editor, but you don't want to spend the high costs of purchasing a high-end editor? Well, now you can get a free video editor over at freevideoeditor.co. And along with the editor, you get all sorts of fun things that we've added in there, like graphics and music, so that you can edit like a true professional. If you want to do that, then head on over to freevideoeditor.co and leave off the last M for most.
Instagram?
Most was on there. So leave off the last M for most. So it's not a .com, it's a .co. And with that, shall we hit the lovely music, Steve?
Do it.
All right, here we go.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
And here I am to tell you it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy. I'm Steve Sleeper on the Show radio network. And we're moving to Fridays.
Yes, actually, I totally forgot about that at the top of the show. We're having to move to Fridays, which, by the way, that's the day we originally started on.
It used to be called Thank Google It's Friday.
It was, yes, until we got sued by Google. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
It probably could have been. But
Yeah,
no, we're moving to Fridays, and the reason for that is I've actually taken on a very large client, and they require me on Thursdays. Originally, they required me on Fridays, but now, no, we're going to be meeting with them. We do our weekly meeting, and they have to do it on Thursday afternoon, so that kind of kills the chance to do the radio show, or at least makes it very tight. And so we figure doing Friday be a little better. Maybe it'll be a little looser. People will be having a little more fun. We'll actually seem more entertaining as people are happy that it's Friday, you know. So we won't have people threatening us at the end of the radio show. They'll just be happy.
Happy.
Because we do. We get threats. We get radio threats.
Happy, joy.
That's not true at all. I lied.
You know, and on the Fridays where Carrie tells you you're all taking, your wife tells you you're all taking a 3 or 4 day weekend, we just won't do a show.
Yeah, well, that won't happen too often. Or we'll just pre-record one or do one on a different day.
Or something.
Nobody watches anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we could
Except you and me.
If we didn't do it, nobody'd know.
And Flash Farley.
Flash. Now, we've got quite a few people on today, so it's exciting. Again,
cool.
If you're watching us live, feel free to post a message down there. And I see
to insult us.
Somebody has posted a message about what we talked about before the show, and maybe at a later date we'll reveal that. But anyway, today we're here to talk about something a little more important than some of the goofiness we were talking about beforehand. So, I like that, and that was by Rick, by the way. Rick Elwood he's made a suggestion as well. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, as I said, today we're going to be talking about YouTube playlists. And I got to tell you, this is an interesting subject because it's something that people don't pay a lot of attention to, or if they do, they do on a very cursory level. And even professionals that talk about YouTube, they very rarely talk more about it than just saying, put your stuff in playlists because you can, it helps out, blah, blah, blah. They don't really get into it, but playlists really are the magic tool that's inside of YouTube that can really help to do a lot of different things. Right now, for those of you who don't know, we should probably do this as a top of the show news item here. YouTube has made a major change inside of their system. It doesn't take effect technically until the 20th of February, although that's not really true because I've already started to see some issues because of it. But starting on February 20th, they are going to be changing the requirements for the partner program and for monetizing your videos. Yeah. Now, originally, when I read this, my thought process was, no big deal. We won't be able to run ads on smaller, newer channels. But, how often do we run ads anyway? It's not a big deal. Well, there's more to it than just that, unfortunately. On top of not being able to have ads run on your videos and making money through the AdSense program, you're also not going to be able to drive traffic back to your websites anymore through YouTube cards and end screens. That's going to go away unless you have 1,000
Yep.
subscribers, and are you ready for this?
10,000
4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months.
Oh,
Now, I don't know if you hear that, if you think that sounds like a lot or a little, but to put that into perspective, one of my clients who has about 120 videos on their channel, and this is a newer client, so I haven't been working on it for very long, but in the last year, they had 300 hours. So
Wow.
literally about 13 times more traffic and watch time we're going to have to generate in order for them to get that back. So the big thing is, obviously, monetization is not necessarily going to be an issue for the types of clients that I have and the work that I do, but not having the YouTube cards anymore and not having the end screens, that's a bigger issue. Now, fortunately, for those of you who have used YouTube cards and end screens, you know that probably still 90% of all your traffic comes from the links in the description, so it's probably not going to be much of an impact on you at all, but it would be nice to still have those things available. What is unclear, and what I'm trying to sort out now, is are the cards actually going to go away, or will it just be the link to your website from the cards that are going away? I had assumed the link, but what I was reading the other day, they specifically said cards and end screens will not be available. So I'm thinking that may go away. What I did notice is on one of the smaller channels that don't have that kind of activity yet, that I was unable to use the cards to put a link back, but the cards were still available, the end screen was still available, and so we'll have to wait and see, kind of find out what's happening there and find out what's really going to happen with that. But interesting
Now,
stuff.
we could do kind of a dumb question, but we can still promote our videos with AdWords, right?
Yes, you can still
yeah,
promote
okay.
your videos. Absolutely. In fact, I'm thinking that part of this play is specifically to get people to do that, because now they're going to have to do that to get those subscribers and to get those views and that watch time. So the watch time's tough. 4,000 hours is a lot of hours of watching of your videos. So that may be difficult, if you think about that. You got to have either a lot of videos that get pretty good traffic or one that just absolutely goes wild. But hopefully it won't be as big a deal as we think. And and again, not having the cards, not having the end screens, maybe not as big a deal as we think either. Hopefully the cards and end screens will still exist so you can promote other videos, but that remains to be seen. It may just be worded poorly, and we'll find out soon enough, I am sure. So that's the update with YouTube. So with that, how do playlists fall into that? Well, playlists, for those of you who don't know what a YouTube playlist is, essentially a playlist is a group of videos put together as if it's one video. And so what basically happens is you get one YouTube link just like you would with a video, but when you watch it and it reaches the end of one video, it plays the next video, plays the next video, plays the next video. So that's how a playlist actually works. What most people use this for is for organizing the stuff on their own website, on their own channel. So for instance, in an example I used earlier, if you had a channel for a local lawyer, you might have a playlist of bankruptcy videos, a playlist of DUI videos, a playlist of divorce videos, whatever it happens to be, personal injury. And that's great. That works really well. It's nice. It helps you to set up the sections on your front page. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's a definite must. It's something you really want to do. But playlists go so far beyond just that it really makes a huge difference to your actual channel. And what I mean by that is, if you think about this, we often try to take a video and to rank for it, right? We want to get to page 1 of Google, want to get to the top of YouTube when people search for a certain keyword. Well, what if you want to get to the top for 5 or 6 keywords? That's a lot more difficult with one video. Now, there are some tricks. You could take that one video, edit it slightly, upload it again, start over, edit it again, start over. But another option, and a lot of people do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done that many, many times. But there is another option that works really well. You can take that one video and make it part of a playlist over and over and over and over, and have each playlist target a specific keyword. Because what people don't realize is that playlists will rank just like videos will. Maybe not quite as good. And maybe somebody else will say, no, I rank them just as good. But for me, it doesn't seem to rank quite as good, but they do rank quite well. And because they rank well, you can now use your one video and start to rank for a variety of different keywords without having to upload all sorts of different videos. And that's very cool. On top of that, the other thing that the playlists are really good for is you can use the power of other people's videos to make yours perform better. And so what I mean by that is, let's go back to our attorney. Let's say our attorney is putting up a video about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And so he's got his video up there. Well, now he can make a playlist and pull videos from really strong resources, places that have very strong followings that match what he's talking about. Preferably not a competitor, because then you're going to be sending traffic to your competitors. But if it's more of an informational type video, you put a powerful video about Chapter 13 bankruptcies from, a news organization or something like that into your playlist, that's going to make for a very powerful playlist with your video at the very top, getting all those views, those likes, those comments, those shares. Very, very important. And the great thing about that is you can do that over and over and over and over. And with just one video, you could have all sorts of playlists that have different videos following them and have those videos that follow be very, very powerful. So it's an exciting thing that you can do with the playlists. And of course, just like you would with a video, you can backlink those. You can send them to social media. You can share them. You can embed them. And it's just going to help grow your channel. And the great thing about that is one of the big criteria from Google now, actually two of them, are watch time and session time. And if you have a nice playlist and people watch that playlist, you're going to get a high session time. Now, session time, if you don't know, I know we're starting to get complex here, but session time essentially is when somebody watches your video, how long do they stay on YouTube? So, for instance, if you've got a 3-minute video and they watch your video and that's it, you've got a session time of 3 minutes. If they watch your video and then they watch a 10-minute video from somebody else, your video and your channel gets credited with your 3 minutes plus those 10 minutes. So now you have 13 minutes of session time because you brought somebody to YouTube and kept them there for 13 minutes. And that helps to boost your channel, make your channel stronger, make your video stronger, because that's what they want. They want to keep people on YouTube. And when you do that, they reward you. Watch time, same thing. Watch time is how many minutes or hours people have watched your videos. And if you can get your video out there from multiple keywords and have all those other popular videos on there, people are going to watch your video. It's going to boost your time, and you can reach that 4,000 hours, hopefully, without going over the 12 months, so that you can get your monetization back. So that's one thing you can do with the playlists as well. Another thing that you can do with playlists is use them for content. And what I mean by that is, many people, especially a lot of my clients, if they're lawyers or dentists or whatever they happen to do, they're not full-time YouTube video creators, they're dentists. So they want to be out there fixing teeth. And they don't have time to be constantly creating new videos. So what you can do is you can use playlists to kind of mimic new activity on your site. So for instance, let's say you've got a video, again, we'll go back to our Chapter 13 bankruptcy video. If every week you put up a new playlist, even with that one video, it's new activity every single week. It's consistent, and that's going to help rank your videos. It's going to help make your channel stronger and boost it up in the search every time you do that. So it's a very, very powerful way to do that. I was actually looking up this morning, and the reason that this is such a heavy topic right now is because of some of the changes in YouTube, but also because there's been some new software that was released in the last day. So people have been looking up this new software for the last couple of days that helps you to build these playlists. It's a great little tool. It's by Cyril Jeet. Many of you who are listening probably know exactly who that is. But it's a software that takes your videos and makes your playlists for you. It'll help you find related videos to build those monster playlists with other people's videos. So it's a great little tool for that. So I've been doing a lot of research on the playlists, which we've used a lot. But every single organization that I check out here, from QuickSprout to Real SEO or Tubular Insights, whatever they want to call themselves this week, Search Engine Watch, they're all saying the same thing, and that is that using playlists is going to help your channel. It's going to give you more views. It's going to boost your traffic. And in some of these, they talk about the top 5 or top 8 tools to use to grow your YouTube channel, and playlists are always in that list because they are that powerful. And I know a lot of people don't pay attention to them as much as they should, but they are very, very powerful tools for being able to do that. Now, one of the other things that you can do with your playlists, of course, is to, and we kind of touched upon this at the beginning, is to create content that makes sense together in your own channel. For those of you who don't know, if you go to a YouTube channel, and quite honestly, a lot of YouTube channels aren't even set up properly for this, but a properly set up YouTube channel has what's called sections. And what a section is if you go to a properly set up YouTube channel, the one I like to use a lot is Gillette, the razor company. They've got a very good YouTube channel. If you check that out, you'll see that they've got a video up at the top that's a trailer video, and down below they have sections. So they might have a section on grooming tips. They might have a section on how to cut a certain type of beard, a section on something else. And it just has videos that are related to that. Essentially, they're playlists, but in this case, they're not truly playlists because they're just individual videos that are separate but are under the same subject. And one of the things that you can do very easily if you want to set up a proper YouTube channel is to categorize your videos into playlists and then create a section using each one of those playlists to build the sections for you. So it's another powerful way to be able to organize your channel and make it work very effectively for you. Make it very, very effective for the people that visit, which is the big thing. You know, you don't want to have people confused. You want to have it nice and organized, and that's going to do that for you. So, Steve, do you use playlists at all?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But now you've given me some ideas on how I can take it to the next level. Typically, what I'm doing is I'm grouping them by DUI, bankruptcy,
right? Which is great. That's a great thing to do. It definitely is a great thing to do. It gives you another chance to rank because you know, and we touched upon this earlier, but every time that you do this, you know, you get a unique URL. So, for instance, if I take that same Chapter 13 video, I put it into 5 different playlists, I now have the original URL for the video, and now I have 5 other URLs that I can use that point to that video. Now, it'll point to other videos, but it'll point to that one being the starting video. And the great thing about that is when somebody clicks on that playlist, it's your video that's going to get the benefit from that. Because your video is still going to be the one getting the views, the likes, the comments. Whereas in the other strategies where people will take the same video, re-record it, then upload that using a different keyword, well, now you're talking about splitting all your views between different videos. You're splitting the likes. You're splitting the comments. If you do use playlists, you'll be able to have all of the comments going onto the same video, all the likes, all the views, and it's just going to boost that video even further, which again is what we really want to do. Is we want to get people watching that. We want to get the eyeballs on that. We want to get the traffic back to the website. And you know, even though we may not have the cards and the end screens anymore, at least not for a while until we get a lot of good views, you'll definitely still be able to you know, to get that traffic, and you'll still have the link in the description, which quite honestly is about 90% of what happens there. So the question is, how do you go about creating these playlists? And as I said, Cyril has a great new software. I mean, it really is. It's fantastic. You definitely want to check it out. It's called Play Traffic, and it's very easy to use. You can actually go in. You know, if you're doing a Chapter 13 video, you go in there, you search Chapter 13. It's going to pull a whole bunch of videos, and you just go doop 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 doop, and you now got a playlist. And then you can schedule that playlist out, make another playlist, schedule that out, make another playlist, schedule that out, and so these playlists will just come out on that schedule. Very neat, very tidy, very easy to do. Now, you can do this on your own, of course. You don't have to use a software like this, but I will tell you, it's going to take time. It's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but it's worth it if you take the time. Software is going to make it a lot easier. Taking the time is still going to work. What you need to do there is you need to go to YouTube. You need to search again for videos. Watch some of the videos, decide which ones you want, copy that video, bring it back to the playlist, put it in the playlist, go out and do a search again, you know, and you just have to do that. It's going to take a lot more time, but it is very effective. And quite honestly, I think Cyril's software right now is like $16. So quite honestly, your time is much better off doing spending $16 and then going back to work than spending hours doing that. So it's just
I've got the email in front of me as we speak.
Yes, you do, I'm sure.
And I'm going to buy it. And then I'm also going to put Ray's link in the show notes.
Woo!
you'll find the show notes in the comments on his main page.
And of course, you know, if you're watching this in the future,
podcast.
that price may change a little bit. But right now, I think it's at it's like $16 or $17. So it's a very, very well priced software, and it does exactly what it says it's going to do, and saves you a lot of time doing that. But these playlists, very, very powerful. If you want to be ranking, if you want to be getting more traffic, you want to be getting more views, more watch time, more session time. I mean, playlists really help to do that, and especially when you use them in conjunction with other people's powerful videos. Now, one thing I do want to mention with this, because we hear this back a lot of times when we talk about YouTube and using other people's videos. Mm-hmm. A lot of people say, well, you're stealing somebody else's work. When you do a YouTube video, and this is something that everybody needs to understand, when you put a video up on YouTube, unless you set some sort of any of the special standards on there, by default, what you're saying is, I'm putting my video on YouTube, and people can use this video in the terms of YouTube itself. So what that means is, if you put up a video, Steve, I have the ability to go in, take the embed code, and embed it wherever I want. Unless you decide you don't want to, you can turn that off so that people can't do that.
But I want that.
But yeah, you do. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't want your lawyer's stuff being put on a KKK website or something like that. But point being is, you want people to be able to embed their videos on your sites and different things like that, because it's just meaning you're going to get more eyeballs, you're going to get more backlinks. It's going to help you if people do that. It's not stealing. It's actually what you're supposed to do with YouTube.
Sharing.
Yeah, it's all about sharing videos. And so when you're creating a playlist, you're not taking anything from somebody. You're providing them with more eyeballs. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, they might be providing you with more eyeballs by being in that playlist, but the point is that we're sharing a playlist together. You don't need permission. You don't need permission to share mine. I don't need permission to share yours. It's just how it works. We put them in there, and people are able to share them in playlists. They're able to save them and like them. They're able to embed them. So don't be gun shy about the other person's video talk, because it's not anything nefarious. We're not downloading that video and putting it on our own site or re-uploading it to YouTube and monetizing it. Nothing like that. This is just sharing it inside one of your playlists, which is exactly how YouTube is supposed to work. And everybody that uploads a video, they're agreeing to be able to do that. So it's nothing to be worried about or to scoff about.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's kind of it. I mean, it's a lengthy topic. It's an interesting topic. Obviously not too lengthy. We're only a half hour in on it, but that's still
good. That's
a good amount of information for these types of things. But it is something you definitely want to look into. Again, if you go out and you search SEO YouTube playlists, you're going to find a lot of information. And these guys, they know what they're talking about. It's a very powerful tool that can help you to get to all the goals that you need to get to with your YouTube channel, as well as ranking videos for getting all that traffic. So there you go.
Excellent. Very good show. Very good program.
Yes,
today,
indeed.
right?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I'm going to spend $16 on Cyril's product. Good guy too.
He is. He's been on the show many times. We should probably start getting some people back on the show again and livening it up with a few new voices. He would definitely be one we'd like to get back on, so that would be a lot of fun.
And is it time to say it's the radio show about video?
Well, I think it is.
Okay. Video Marketing Madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. And today's show made possible by freevideoeditor.co. You want to be able to make a video that you can then put in a playlist? Well, you need a video editing tool, and you probably don't want to spend $1,000 or $500 on some high-end tool unless you're really a strong video editor. So if you don't want to spend that kind of money, then head on over to freevideoeditor.co, download our Shotcut video editor along with all the goodies that we have along with it, and you'll be editing like a pro in no time. So head on over to freevideoeditor.co and leave off the last M for Masterclass. Masterclass. I'm going to try to use that in a sentence today.
That's right.
I'm taking a masterclass.
Well, you just had a masterclass, and if you enjoyed this masterclass on,
I have taken a masterclass.
Yes, if you enjoyed this masterclass on YouTube, I almost said funnels, YouTube playlists, then be sure to like the video, or if you're watching this on the Apple Podcasts and all that other stuff, give us a 5-star rating. We could use those. Give us a 2-star rating. We'll take anything you give us.
Yeah.
we take what we deserve.
Yeah,
So
and subscribe on Apple
Absolutely.
Podcasts. It's an audio podcast over there, but subscribe.
It's an audio
anyhow.
podcast.
Easy to listen to.
Facebook and YouTube, you'll get our lovely faces, but Apple Podcasts and all those other places, you'll get the audio recording. So
You get the benefit of not seeing our lovely
that's right. You
faces.
get the even greater benefit.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, should we hit the music, Steve?
Hit it, Ray.
Here we go.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.